It's the light.
Oh,
Whoa.
no, I think it's
Orange,
great
red,
light.
orange, red, yellow, green, blue.
Oh, I think these are our colors. Well, actually, I like you better.
It's the you like me better when
you wear red. Red's your favorite color. Blue's mine.
red. Do I own a red shirt?
Yes.
No, I don't.
I'm buying you one. Does that
Could you
count?
imagine if I wore anything but black? Nobody would know who I was.
You wear black every day. Just don't pay.
Wow.
Whatever. Hi, how are you guys doing?
It's all the glare that's on my glasses. It's annoying.
Is it?
I have to see it to be able to read.
Oh, we love you too.
I can't read.
Oh, did that help?
Ow. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's been a long day. YouTube. It's been a long week. What am I doing? Just fixing it.
Yeah. So, how are things going out there in the world of connection? Yeah, there's no water. No.
That's a good time, Mike. Thank you. There we go.
It's
Pillow talk tonight.
Yes, we're doing pillow talk on
Patreon. If you would like to join the pillow talk, it's going to be on Patreon, and I'm going to put a link up. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Patreon, Lee and Sherry.
In our pajamas, in the bed,
in the
talking
jammies.
about connection.
Yeah.
You don't never apologize for your energy.
Yeah.
It's remember, if you're present, your energy can speak for itself and bring the actual apology with it. So yeah, don't worry about that. We accept all energy.
This is going to go on for a while. We had a really busy weekend.
Oh, we had.
If you haven't seen our
weekend.
Facebooks and such, gosh, just do hashtag softball with the stars on any social media, and you'll see what we did all weekend. We hosted a really quite big reality star softball game packed with reality stars from Survivor and Big Brother, Amazing Race, Naked and Afraid, Redneck Island, The Grit.
There was another one I think with
the
John
Wheel,
Cena.
yeah.
John Cena did.
Broken Skull Challenge.
Yeah, there was
quite a few.
And thank you to all the reality stars that are watching. We appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in to this channel.
We had 40 some.
Yeah, it was really kind of cool. We had
a lot of reality stars.
44. I think
fun.
We had 38 in the house.
It was great. We had a good time. It was exhausting.
Huh.
We raised some money for St. Jude Children's Medical Center. That was the most important. We are still trying to reach our goal for St. Jude. If you're interested in donating to Softball with the Stars, to get us to that goal, you can PayPal softballwiththestars@gmail.com. We need about $5,000-$6,000 to get to our goal. About $5,200 to get to our goal.
Yeah.
And we have 7 or 8.
And there's softballwiththestars.com too.
Yeah, there's softballwiththestars.com too, so you can go check it out. But we could sure use some help getting us to that goal. That would be awesome. Thank you very much.
So let's read some of these.
Tax deductible, by the way.
Yes. I'm in New Jersey and he's on vacation. My twin and I are back in communication. Oh, yeah. Fist bump. We still act like a couple a little. I threw it out there. I still had feelings for her. She said she just wanted to be friends. But we're getting to know each other. I have no expectations.
That's good.
That's
the best.
I would say that I think what's difficult about when you come back together or even when you go apart, when you come into this connection, we've heard this a lot, and I want to make sure you're present with when somebody says this to you. In this connection, if you say, I'm not looking for a relationship, it's because you found connection or it's because you didn't. Because it's a different experience when you find connection versus, I'm not looking for a relationship would mean that there's something going on with your connection to yourself where relationship really means I want you to pretend to be who I want you to be, and I'll pretend I'll be who you want me to be, but you won't give me any clear expectations, and I won't give you any. We won't really talk. I'll just show up the way that I think you need somebody to show up.
So if I show up in a red shirt, you'll like me better?
No, we're connected.
What in your statement at the beginning? I would like you better if you wore a red shirt. I
love you in red. I said I love you in red. I didn't point at a future moment. I just love you in red.
I say rewind.
That's not right. Let's see. I've had heart palpitations for the past 2 hours. Don't know what's happening. Message by 20 said he gets it all the time, and I have bad feelings that won't go away. Ooh. Do you have bad thoughts or bad feelings?
Yeah,
there's a difference. I would look at whether it's a bad feeling. Feelings don't have, I think, a good or a bad. They have feelings, but thoughts about those feelings create bad, good and bad. Right? Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, we are about to talk. Hold on.
Ooh, do you want to skip all this?
No, I don't want to skip. I don't want to skip. But okay. She knows who I'm talking about. Hold on.
Hello.
All right. Heart palpitations for the past 2 hours.
Those are butterflies, right?
No, not. Those are stomachy.
All right.
Yeah, the heart palpitations are going to be up in the heart chakra area. Like it feels, God, it's hard to explain to a man because he's never been through physical labor, but it kind of feels like, ladies, you can relate to this. When you're pregnant, you're having a contraction and your whole belly gets hard, and then it hurts so bad, and then it's only for a split second with the heart palpitations, though, where it can last a couple minutes with labor, but it just feels like your heart just. It's going really fast, and then maybe takes a break.
Oh, yeah, that's it exactly.
So it's like it's almost like, what is that condition you have with the heart that sometimes it skips?
Oh yeah,
beat or whatever.
Yeah.
It feels like that, but you can feel it. You can feel it.
Okay.
Like, oh, something's happening. Yeah. Like there's a shock that runs through it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have
had that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. She just got out of one recently. I think you're referring to her being in a relationship. So the relationship and coming back to a connection, you realize that relationship is way too much work. Connection doesn't require work. It requires understanding. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. You said right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I experienced with that person. Okay.
I do got to feel that, I do got to say that it does feel. I lost track of thought. Yeah.
The connection, you're talking about relationship or connection?
The last statement you said, I lost it. I got
okay. What I was saying was in connection, you literally you have a choice. You can just be fully connected to yourself, or you could show up in all your disconnects. And you really struggle in relationship because you can hide all of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
In relationship, you can hide if you feel connection to yourself or not, because it really, you need to show up a specific kind of way all the time.
Yeah, but you said, you made a statement, and I was going to comment on it, but I can't remember what the statement was. I'll have to go back and rewind it.
She's still catching up on sleep. Twin mentioned the rain.
Okay, let's talk.
Like Lord of the Rings, like Gandalf and all that.
Yeah.
The Fellowship of the Rings.
Okay. Please, will you please tell me in what in what context that was mentioned in conversation, and when this conversation happened, and I'm going to need it updated on the whole deal. Just send me an email. That would be better. Love you, but you might be in a little trouble.
I can feel it in me. Hello, Sherry Lee. Hello. I saw 777 after I told her. Yes, that's it exactly. Sometimes it feels like 2 heartbeats. I have felt that. I have felt that before.
When I was pregnant.
Yes.
When I was pregnant.
I felt like 2 heartbeats were inside of my one heartbeat. So it was almost a triple effect. You know, the 3s.
Yeah.
I also had a dream of us getting ready to get married, and then she called me, laugh out loud. I don't know what the marriage part means. And what's good from the 303 was.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we haven't seen you.
Where have you been?
Yeah, you need to catch up with us soon.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, we need to catch up with you. Real.
We look for meaning in things that we dream that we really shouldn't look for a meaning in. We should look for what it feels like to know when the feeling shows up again. That's what the feeling represents, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's almost like if you talk yourself into, like when I kept telling myself, okay, when we finally come into a union or when we finally come together, this is how it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And my dreams were showing me one
How'd that
thing.
work out for you?
It was, well, actually, it was very eye-opening
Mm-hmm.
because in this connection, you have a set expectations that came from a dream that really aren't expectations.
Mm-hmm.
They're what could happen if you just flow.
Right.
Without looking for what you expect to happen in the dream. Gotcha. And then you end up becoming split into two because you don't see that there's a part of you that has expectations and a part of you that doesn't.
Okay.
So that's why you always feel let down, like if something doesn't arrive, I thought this was going to be this way. Oh, now it's something about me that's making them not meet my expectations, but you never really talk about expectations in that way. Like there were things that you probably saw with me where like, yeah, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like that. And then when we were together, you're probably like, how come it's not like that? And it's like, well, did you talk to me about it? Did you share your dreams with me? Did you tell me what the expectation was coming from in your dreams? No, because who does that, right? You always look at me going, nobody talks like that, Lee, nobody on the planet. I'm like, well, I'm not from this planet, so I don't know that. But you know what I mean? It's almost like you have these written laws as a human being that you have to defy in this connection.
Right.
And that's not being present, that's being completely asleep if you don't become aware of that.
Right. That's real. That's a real thing.
So I am living my life and we agreed to allow one another to go about our own lives. We both acknowledge we are connected, but we both know we're not ready. How do you know when you're ready?
Oh, hey, look who that is.
Oh, hey, guy. Hi.
Hey. I hope she's good. I haven't heard from her for a minute.
Yeah, it's been.
We're not ready. We both know we're not ready.
How do you know when you're ready then? How do you both know? And
I know when I'm not ready.
Does that? Do you? But shouldn't you know?
You know what I mean?
If you know you're not ready, what kinds of things do you put in you to know when you're ready?
Please.
Did that hurt right there a little? Because it's really kind of a silly question, or it's a question that makes sense.
I really look like I'm crying. I'm so tired. I look like I'm crying today. Help us out with that.
Okay. All right. There's like if you're sitting at, let's say you're getting ready to run a race and you both are at the starting line and the light's red and it goes from red, yellow, then green, and you both go. That would signify you're ready. So what is your red, yellow, and green that you both come to find out when you're both ready? Do you see what I mean? It's pointing to an object that says, there's pointing to something where you both can see it to know when you're ready.
Do y'all know what he's saying?
No.
Because I'm a little lost.
It's okay.
No. I need to. Maybe somebody might need to help me.
Okay. Well, if anybody understands what I'm saying,
yeah.
Please go on here and say it, and I'll just keep reading the questions.
No. I kind of want to figure it out, honestly.
Okay.
What you're saying, but
when you both know you're not ready.
Okay.
I mean, you could look at me early on, and once you completely knew everything there was, when there was nothing hidden anymore, you could see where I wasn't ready versus when I would be ready. And you had to tell yourself, okay, I can look and see he's not ready.
Okay.
But then you can look at me later on and go, he's ready.
Okay.
So all the things that if you're not open in that way and share it.
This is a feeling. This isn't a sight thing. This is a feeling like, oh, okay, he's ready.
What does a feeling feel like when you're not ready? And what does a feeling feel like when you are?
It feels like you're not ready. You would rather run. You would rather walk away from it.
Okay.
It's easier that way than to face it. When you're ready, you want to face it. It really happens with everything in life, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think ready is about communication. You're either ready to open up completely with communication or you're not. No? I mean, why else would you not? I mean, you got to create a foundation of communication and truth already, right?
Yeah.
And when you both are standing on that, it determines that you're ready.
Okay.
Was that easier put?
That was easier put. I'm feeling that more than.
Okay. Then the red, yellow, and green.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I posted in the group about thinking I saw my mom still in the house. Oh, you're seeing the energy. That's good. Soul signature seeing is actually really kind of cool when you actually are fully connected to yourself. You can see soul signatures a lot better, especially if she wasn't there. You can see your signature. I know. I'm rambling.
Ow!
It doesn't hurt. For those that actually keep up with my alien speak, they'll be all right. I keep seeing the number 44 everywhere. What does that mean? Are you taking a snapshot of what you were thinking when you saw it? In other words, were you thinking or was your mind empty? We get a lot of empty-minded reminders when we see 222, 111, 333. It means empty your mind and be present. And take a snapshot of what you were thinking that was keeping you from being present. And
or
do
you're
that.
On the right path.
Yes.
Doing the right thing.
That's a good way to be.
That's how I see that.
That's a really,
this is the way I look at the signs and the symbols, right? If I see a license plate that resonates with numbers or a name, I know I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or I wouldn't have been in the position to see it in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If I wasn't behind that car with that license plate, right, I wouldn't have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm clearly on the right path doing what I should be doing in that moment, right? It's the same thing. Even if I'm here and the alarm clock says 444, 34 or whatever, 1111 or whatever, if I wasn't in that particular area resting or whatever I was doing at that time, I wouldn't have seen it, which means that validates that I was doing the right thing at that time.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm thinking about that person or about, you know what I mean? So when I'm driving down the road and I happen to be thinking about you and I see that a sign or something, I know that I'm on the right path. I hope that helps.
Yeah, that's good. Completely disconnected, not just in 3D, but in 5D as well. We both tend to walk away and focus on other things, then get totally immersed in them. After 3 years, laugh out loud. Years of the journey, I am grateful for what I learned along the way. I'm finally in a place where I'm no longer obsessed with him, more about my growth these days. Beautiful, beautiful to hear. Why is it every time I get over my twin, he shows up and the heartache starts all over again? Do you put your heartache on your twin or your disconnect on your twin? That's a good question, isn't it?
One more time.
Do you put the heartache on your twin or the disconnect on your twin? I mean, they would only show up in connection if they feel you connect to yourself, so you can go back to disconnect your heartache. It's almost like, why doesn't your heart bust open and you feel happy when you see them versus being hurt when you see them? Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like you're saying that your heart is all going to go away with your twin. So when they come closer, then they bring the hurt back as though there's no new moment for you. You hold on to what's happened 5 years ago. You held on to what's happened 3 years ago. You held on to them, you not being together, but you literally point at them and say, they're the reason why I'm hurt.
Right.
So of course they'll come back to you when you're not hurt to see if they're the cause of it.
Right.
And if you show up and think they're the cause of it, they actually will walk away again. Right. They'll probably confess all of their love to you, then run. Mm-hmm. They'll probably be like, oh my God, we're so connected. I love you. I'm out. Because you're hurt every time they see you, they see the hurt. They're going to see the hurt because that's what you're saying they brought to you. Not that you already had it in you. Who's it? Okay. All right, just checking.
I normally will comprehend, but my mind space is so fried from exhaustion.
That's why I'm an over alien.
It's literally, I thought that I had caught up over the past 2 nights. And then in realization, I realized that my body's shutting down. So I'm like, I went for 3 days with like 2.5 hours sleep or something like that, 3 hours sleep. And my vision's still very blurry. And I think it messed with my sugar. But anyway, yeah, I normally can really understand everything we say. Normally I can, but it's just like this day, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay. Are twins supposed to work in the same field, or would it be like their career complement each other, or does it matter? I'm into beauty, she's into body.
I think it matters not. It doesn't matter. Sorry, it doesn't matter at all. I feel a lot of twins have a mission to do things together, and a lot of twins have a mission to do things separately that actually work with each other. And a lot of twins have their own separate missions that they're helping in some way, shape, or form. We've noticed that twins in union, when they do have careers, that they either complement each other or they're so complete opposite of each other, right? That's kind of their life, right? And their space, right? And everybody as an individual really does need their own space, a few hours a day, right? Just a space. And I'm the universe knows, whatever the higher power is, knows that who can benefit more from this and benefit more from this, right? Coaching together or working at Lowe's and I work at Home Depot, right? It doesn't matter. I don't feel it matters. If they're doing separate things, that's probably a good idea. It's those twins that need that time away from each other in order to not be codependent on each other and have their own individual lives while they come together and have their together life as well. I don't feel it matters at all.
Mm-mm. I've noticed that we are much more in union when my inner self is connected more to my outer self,
right?
In harmony. I believe that's the way it works in this connection. At least that's what we have found. And we can only speak from our own connection because we both know each other's backstory to understand it. But the inner dialogue for both of us it matches our outer experience.
Right.
And if we get offset in that and we haven't shared that with each other, I noticed that we can't communicate as strong as we should.
Yeah, she's kind of put something underneath, and she says, like, why would the universe pair though? And the universe doesn't pair. We do that.
Well, that's what I meant by pair.
Yeah.
Is the pair.
Right.
I mean, you got two pairs when you come together.
Right.
And if one of those is off inside of one,
True.
It'll be off inside the other.
Right.
And that's paired, but it's paired times 4. Your inner and your outer, your masculine, feminine. You have masculine, feminine. I have masculine, feminine. The design itself and the things that it actually contributes to how we actually correspond with one another is where a lot of people see disconnect.
Hi, Jenna.
Right now. I'll talk to you in a little bit. She's wanting.
Let's talk a little bit about impatience.
Yeah.
Because we have a question. Oh. What are some ways you work through impatience?
Realize that patience is connected to time, and you don't want to be connected to time, so you'll either be present and not worry about time.
Come on now.
Or you'll be stressed worrying about time. A lot of us experience stress as wanting to be someplace other than where we are in our present. You experience it also from telling yourself that once you get there, you're going to be better. You're going to be happier. You're going to be more fulfilled. You're going to be in union. I've heard that a lot. And it's like, well, do you feel union here and now? And usually what we hear is, no, I don't have union here and now. So what ends up happening is you end up pushing union into a space of out there somewhere, which is not in here somewhere. So it never finds its way to you because you're too busy pointing out where it's supposed to come when it comes to time. Patience. Patience is a very interesting thing.
I'm really bad at it. And the universe set me down for a while and showed me that when you are taking out a position of making your own decisions, that you have to wait for someone else to tell you what to do, where to go, how to be, what to eat, what to say, when to sleep, and everything else. It's a waiting game, and it's horrible. I'm bad at it. But I'll tell you what, there are some things, and especially when it comes to this twin flame journey, that you can't do. Being impatient isn't going to make it any better. It's only going to make it worse. It's the same thing as stress. Stress and worry does nothing to make the situation better. It only makes it worse and harder on your body, harder on your mind, harder on your soul, harder on your heart, harder on you in general. Being impatient does the same thing. It's very much like worry and stress. It's useless. It helps no one. It does nothing. You can be impatient all you want to. It's coming when it's coming. Whether you're impatient or you're patient, it doesn't matter. It's just much easier to be in a more patient stage and just wait for it to come when it's supposed to come and when it will come, whatever it is. Impatience adds stress. It brings worry. It brings anxiety. It brings depression. It brings panic. It brings obsession. It brings all these things instead of just being still and being in the moment and trying to, and just, it'll come when it comes. It always does. It always does. And
I'm going to give them a pause so they can rewind and listen to all that, because that was on point.
We're not going to keep you too much longer. We still got some questions to answer. We'll try to answer them. Hey.
If you come to Patreon tonight, we'll finish these. Or if you let the link or whatever, email us and we'll get you a link to our live at Pillow Talk tonight, right?
It's on Patreon. There's no link except for on Patreon.
Okay.
So, so at Pillow Talk, Lee and I are doing live, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be in our jammies and ready to call it a night and in the bed. And we're going to be answering some of your questions just like now. But in Patreon, we're going to be doing Pillow Talk once a week, every week on Patreon for, we haven't really set a time frame. We'll just see how it goes. That, and let's talk a little bit about the retreat.
Okay.
It's a little close to the date, but there's still plenty of time if you guys are interested in coming out. We have help me out here. Name.
The soul connection. You just threw me out there. Yeah. It's a spiritual retreat.
Yeah. It's a self-connection retreat. Journey to find your missing pieces. This is an opportunity for you to come to us in our home, in our energy. Get yourself grounded. Get yourself a lot of healing. We're going to be doing some mirror work. We're going to be doing some
deep mirror work,
some deep healing exercises. We're going to be going all the way in. You can arrive on Friday anytime. We're going to have some things on Friday night. We're going to have some discussion. We're going to sit around a fire. We're going to ground ourselves. We're going to talk. And then all day Saturday, we're going to be doing things. And then Sunday, you can depart whenever you'd like. If you get your transportation to Ohio, we will get you from the airport here. All of your meals and lodging will be taken care of. You get to stay here with us. We're only taking a few. And you get to have or sleep in our energy, and not with us. We're not having you with us. We're having you in our home. You're not sleeping in our bed. You're not coming to our room. Don't make this goofy. Some people do. They're weird. I get to, We're doing Pillow Talk tonight too, but we're not doing a sex show, so you guys can just forget about it. We've had those questions too. What is this about? What is this about? You guys go, no, we're not. We're going to be fully clothed. We're going to, it's going to be tasteful, but it's going to be intimate. We're going to answer some questions that maybe you wouldn't feel comfortable answering in public or asking in public, and that we wouldn't feel comfortable maybe answering, but we would being comfortable there. But the retreat is the 28th of this month. So the 27th through the 29th, actually. So all you got to do is fly into Ohio, or hey, if you drive, you can just come on in. And if you're close enough, and we'll get you, if you're interested in coming out here, doing some inner work, info
at relationshipreinvented.com.
And we'll tell you all the details and get you worked out. The retreat is $750. That takes care of your lodging for 2 nights here and all of your meals and your transportation to and from the airport if you fly in. So you don't have to worry about getting an Uber. We're going to get you to and from. And more time with Lee and Sherry. It's like a contest. Ooh, what contest did they win? Might not be.
The beautiful part is, and even if you just take that away from this, and if you come, we're going to really show you your connection to nature, because that's what the connection is all about. If you have an issue with nature, you have an issue in this connection. And that means any of the choices made. If you have an issue with rain, if you have an issue with hurricanes or tsunamis or anything, nature, don't worry, you'll make an issue in this connection. And sometimes it's just your love of nature and understanding that nature doesn't judge whether something's good or bad. It tests your ability to withstand and survive in nature. Your ability to love nature, regardless of that, is what this connection is all about. And that's what we're going to go deep into. So if this is something you want to do, you won't need your thinking cap, because that's probably what's keeping you from this connection.
You don't pack a bunch of stuff. You bring a bathing suit, because it's going to be hotter than hellfire out here that weekend. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? It is going to be this weekend out here. And I don't know what hellfire
Indian
feels
summer
like.
on an Indian resort.
Yeah,
or an
right.
Indian, right.
I don't know what it's going to be like last weekend, but we'll keep you informed. Bring your swimsuit, 2 changes of clothes, something to sleep in, good to go. You don't have to bring your shampoos. You don't have to bring any of that. Everybody that's supplied. We're going to take care of you if you've got food allergies, vegan, vegetarian, all that kind of stuff. We're going to handle that. So yeah, if you're interested in coming out, you still got time to get this handled. But you need to make a decision quick, because it is not this weekend, but it is next weekend. Right here in Ohio. Interesting bit of information. If you're going to fly in, we are smack in the middle of Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio. So you can fly into Dayton, you can fly into Cincinnati. It doesn't matter. It's the same distance. And if we have a flight coming into Ohio or to Cincinnati, our airport's not in Cincinnati, it's in Kentucky. Yeah. Our Cincinnati airport's in Kentucky. Don't ask me, I didn't make it. But if we have a flight coming in, we there's 2 of us. We can get you.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. So yeah, come on in to Ohio or drive in. We'll get you the directions and we'll get you here. It's peaceful. It's quiet. It's amazing. It's lovely. You're going to walk out of here completely different. Completely different. And if you guys have been to any of our retreats, comment on here. You cannot walk out of here not changed.
Nope.
You cannot do it. Lots of shifting.
Yep.
Root camp. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. It's what we do, but we are going to go and
yeah, we've got somebody waiting. So
yep.
We love you guys. We'll be back tonight for
Pillow Talk on Patreon.
Talk on Patreon.
Go to Patreon. It's Lee and Sherry, right? Mm-hmm. We'll post the link here.
Yes.
We'll post
Actually, the link
here.
is in the About page, and it should be about.
Oh, it is in the About page on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. All right, and it's on our community wall too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Make sure. All right, we'll see you guys soon. And these questions, if you guys have some other questions, send them through email. If nothing else, we'll answer them tonight or in a future video.
Yep.
See you guys soon.